Hello, and welcome to video 2 of my series, You Should Know Black Queer History. Today, I want to give a brief overview of the life of Lorraine Hansberry. Lorraine Hansberry was born in 1930 and was raised on the south side of Chicago. Her father founded one of the first banks for Black people in Chicago and was a successful real estate agent. Hansberry and her family were involved in the racial justice movements of the time. When prominent African Americans came through Chicago, they went to the Hansberry home. This included W.E.B. Du Bois, Paul Robeson, Langston Hughes, Duke Ellington, and Jesse Owens. Can you imagine the conversations they had? In 1938, her father bought a house in the Washington Park subdivision of the south side of Chicago. This angered some of their white neighbors to the point they formed a mob and threw a brick through the window, almost hitting Lorraine. The situation became a case that eventually made its way to the Supreme Court, where they won on a technicality. But more African Americans were able to purchase homes on Chicago's South Side. She became politically active as an adult. She supported civil rights, renters' rights, anti colonial movements, and communist politics, which put her under surveillance from the FBI. Her most well known work is the play A Raisin in the Sun about a Black family in Chicago as they attempt to improve their circumstances in life through home ownership. In 1959, Lorraine Hansberry made history as the first African American woman to have a show produced on Broadway, A Raisin in the Sun. The play was nominated for 4 Tony Awards. At the age of 29, she won the New York Drama Critics Circle Award, making her the first African American dramatist, the 5th woman, and the youngest playwright to do so. What I admire about Lorraine Hansberry is that she used her writing as a way to show us that the world can be a better place than what it is now. She believed that people deserved better and was not afraid to agitate for change. However, she lived in a time where she couldn't be herself out loud. It was still illegal to be gay at the time. She wrote to the Daughters of Bilitis, the first lesbian civil and political rights organization in the US, and signed her letters with her initials and described herself as a, quote, heterosexually married lesbian, end quote. Unfortunately, she died of pancreatic cancer in 1965, but she accomplished so much in her 34 years. Even though they were divorced, her ex husband was executor of some of her papers and manuscripts, which he lent to the New York Public Library. However, he separated out the documents that confirmed her lesbianism. In 2013, 20 years after her ex husband's death, the documents were released, including diary entries from before and after her marriage, where she wrote about her attraction to women, and the 2 letters she sent to the Daughters of Bilitis. Lorraine Hansberry's legacy has been cemented by the success of A Raisin in the Sun. However, we can see how the fullness of a legacy can be diminished when homophobia is allowed to fester without being checked. She passed away in 1965, and it wasn't until 2013 that she, through her own words, could confirm her authentic self. And this is why Lorraine Hansberry is someone you should know.